What's up guys, Pypo here, bringing you a video today. We're doing some Gilneas action. I was kind of hoping for Twin Peaks because it is Twin Peaks Call to Arms, but Gilneas is still pretty good. Gonna go Lighthouse here, try and do some work at Lighthouse. But what I do want to talk about in this video today is I just watched the new Spider-Man movie, and I really wanted to talk about it, mainly because of how bad it is. Like I have to give you guys a spoiler warning immediately. I think these guys are all bots, so I'm just gonna try and run away from them and see if they de-aggro. Actually gonna trap the monk right here, put down a blind shot as well, and I hope that my rogue can get a flag cap right there. That blind shot should hold back those people while we get a cap. We're gonna get it, yeah, nice. So just a definite spoiler warning here, guys. I am gonna be talking about the movie, and I'm not going to try and avoid spoilers. If you want to watch the movie, go watch it before you watch this video, because I will be spoiling some stuff. So basically, I'm extremely sick of these types of movies that kind of just use a default like set of like prerequisites that they need to get done in a movie, and then it's like you can 100% tell like that's what they're doing. It's fucking ridiculous. It's really fucking ridiculous, and I'm sick of it. What I mean by this, obviously, is they'll go in and be like, oh, it's a superhero movie, so we need the superhero doing some cool stuff. Okay, superhero guy, and it's Spider-Man in the comics and all that stuff. He's a cool guy. He's kind of got a bit of an attitude problem, and the guy who plays him plays Spider-Man pretty well. But the problem is that they've just like gone, okay, so what do we need in a superhero movie? We need a superhero doing some cool stuff. We need a superhero with a friend, and the friend turns evil. And we need like some other protagonist guy who for some reason like becomes evil as well. And then we need a love interest and all this kind of shit. And it was just so generic. It was just so generically bad. Like it was just not good, like, in any respect of the imagination. So I'm going to go into detail with this. So basically, Spider-Man has his girlfriend, Gwen. And Gwen is there and has, like, she doesn't have much screen time, but each time she has screen time, it's like, oh, we're in love. Oh, I love you too, but no, I don't love you anymore. I need to go to England to go to Harvard or some shit. Spider-Man's like, no, you shouldn't go because this is me. And then she's like, no, I'm going to go. And then that's the end of the conversation. Some other Spider-Man shit happens while he's like looking for his old father's like suitcase or some shit. And then they have another little scene. It's like, oh, Gwen, I love you. She's like, I love you too, but I'm going to Harvard still. And then that's literally every scene they have until the end of the movie is them two kind of having this weird, awkward thing that it completely seems like they just put it in there just to have it in the movie. You know, there's no actual consequence to any of their conversations. Nothing's even happening. Nothing's changing here. There's no like character development. They literally have this same conversation like 5 times, and I'm like, okay, this is shitty. So the love interest in the movie is shit. But, you know, it's a superhero movie. I can look past it. Who cares? They just put it in there so people have some, like, love interest to follow along with or some shit. Okay, whatever. Whatever. If it's just that, I could bypass it. But then, the main hero of the movie is the Electro or Shocker guy. And he, basically, it starts off with him being this nice, humble, kind of nervous, kind of bumbling black guy who is kind of like running through the city. Like the first thing you get introduced to him is him running through the city with all these like blueprints and stuff, because he works for Oscorp and is the guy who maintains the power grids, and he's the one that like actually created the power grids and like designed them. And he's about to get hit by a truck, and Spider-Man saves him. And we learn after this and like during this that he's absolutely obsessed with Spider-Man in a good way. Like he absolutely thinks Spider-Man's like a hero. Everyone should respect Spider-Man. There's even a scene later on where he envisions himself beating up a person because they insulted Spider-Man. Like that's how much he likes Spider-Man. So you get this kind of this thought of like, oh, he really likes Spider-Man. And again, a lot of spoilers happening here. He gets into a situation where he needs to fix some like electricity pipes or some shit at Oscorp. He gets shocked. He falls into a tank full of like electric eels that are precariously placed underneath him for no good reason whatsoever. Again, it's movie logic. You just gotta look past this shit apparently. And as you like are looking away and like you're, oh my god, what's happening? You can see that he eventually turns into like this guy who's charged by electricity. He gets out of this tank of electric eels. Once he's out of the tank of electric eels, he's like, oh, I'm gonna just wander into Times Square. And, like, it's not explained why he does this in the movie, but there are, like, developer, like, interviews afterward, not developer, like, director interviews after this, explaining that, like, this is where he thinks the most power is whatsoever, blah, blah, blah. Even though it's not where the most power is, and he would know that because he designed the power grids, and it's explained that he designed the power, like he knows where to go. It's not Times Square. And later in the movie, he actually goes to the place where the most power is. But again, movie logic, he has to go to Times Square because that's where people are, so they need like fucking threats and shit near people. Okay, so he goes to Times Square. He's looking around. He's like, oh my god, this is weird. And this, he like bends over, pulls open a grid on the floor, and grabs hold of like electricity pipes. Everyone kind of sees what he's doing. It becomes this whole like weird thing where people are running away and police are telling him to stop doing whatever he's doing. Finally, like he does some shit. Like I think he gets shot at, and he like does this like ground slam where electricity shoots out and shoots like all these cop cars away and shit. Blah blah blah. While this is happening, Spider-Man is having a conversation again with his girlfriend Gwen. And, like, again, it's the whole, like, oh, I'm going to Harvard. No, but I love you. Going to Harvard. And then he just happens to see in the distance, like, the shockwave of the dude. And, of course, it cuts to him not being there anymore because now he's in his Spider-Man uniform and he's swinging away to go see what's going on. And he gets there. When he gets there, the shocker dude recognizes him. And they have, like, this weird, awkward conversation because, you know, he's like, oh, who are you? And Spider-Man's kind of remember who he is. And then he finally remembers and blah, blah, blah. And it seems to begin with that it's all going to like work out, and like Spider-Man's gonna like be able to take him away and talk to him and talk him down from hurting anyone, because realistically still at that point in the movie the guy is just a humble normal guy who's just like something bad's just happened to, and like he's relatable 100%, and he's trying to just be like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And not only that, he's kind of getting a little bit, but you do notice he's getting a little bit like power hungry, because on the screens around Times Square, it's showing his face, and he's like, "Oh my God, people are noticing me for the first time in my entire life," kind of thing, and all that kind of stuff is happening. So while this is happening, Spider-Man's like talking him down the entire time, and he's like, "Oh, let's fucking glide into a tree. That's awesome. Let's talk." Blah blah blah. And then I think a police officer shoots him, even though it has no effect on him. And then immediately, as the police officer shoots him, for some reason all the cameras and like the TV screens around Times Square change to Spider-Man's face. Like they change to Spider-Man, and that makes, for some reason, Electro, whatever the fuck his name is, the Shock or whatever the fuck his name is, I completely forget because like the character is so meaningless. Completely like just change, like his complete character changes in 1 second. It goes from this guy who loves Spider-Man, who like openly loves Spider-Man, and is in there like as a supervillain already, standing in the middle of Times Square, talking to Spider-Man and loving him and like trusting him. All that happens is his face shows up on a few screens, and immediately does a 360 fucking turns around and is like, "Oh nope, I hate you now, Spider-Man." And that's literally how he becomes a villain. It's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna hate you now because the movie requires me to hate you for this to make any sense." And then the stupidest fight scene happens with some weird dubstep. Like the music design of that movie is fucking horrible. And like I don't have nothing against dubstep, and they could have done it really well, especially since they have like an electrical character. It seems like they could have done some cool stuff, and they did try, but it just made it seem tacky and stupid as fuck. But yeah, so they have this like weird fight scene with fucking dubstep, and Spider-Man somehow saves some people, and you know, like because it's electricity, like they over fucking visualize electricity going on like metal poles. It's like I as a person, I realize that's what's happening. You don't have to put big blue lightning bolts all over everything. I know what's happening. Jesus Christ. Anyway, and then Spider-Man ends up beating him by pouring water on him. I shit you not, he literally, like, he exits the scene, returns with, like, a fire department hose, and just sprays him down. Like, that's literally what happens. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever played Pokemon, but electricity types usually beat water types. Like, that's the way, like, if he fucking, like, again, it's a superhero, it's movie logic, whatever, like, okay, I guess, like, you can explain this away, but realistically, if he's, like, the guy is theoretically made out of electricity, and you find out later in the movie that he is in fact just electricity, when he gets shot by the water, what should happen is electricity goes up the water and zaps all the people holding the hose. Like, that's literally, but no, it doesn't happen. He just falls to the ground like, "Oh no, I'm wet. You've beaten me." And then the stupidest thing happens where Spider-Man's like, "Job well done. Time to leave." What? I'm sorry. Do you just think that the police are going to be able to handle this guy by themselves? Like, yeah, you literally all he does is like, "I'm gonna spray this guy with a hose," and then he does it, and then he just walks away. Are you sure you shouldn't like follow up here to make sure everything's okay and like it's taken care of, or he goes to like a prison where there's Either way, this leads to him getting taken to Oscorp, and Oscorp's like doing all this stupid shit and like trying to like do experiments on him and stuff, which they just like unknowingly, I guess, charge him full of more electricity. And then you have this whole weird Harry Osborn thing going on, and Harry Osborn and Peter fucking have a weird relationship because they just need to have a weird relationship in the movie, I guess, for shit to make sense, even though the relationship's completely based on like, hey, we knew each other in like elementary school, or primary school, whatever the fuck you call it. Now we're friends again for some reason. And then Harry says to Peter, I need Spider-Man's blood to stay alive. Because I have this disease, my father had it, he passed it down to me. The only way to survive is with these spiders. There is no spiders, but Spider-Man's blood should work. Of course, Peter being Spider-Man's like, no, don't do this. And he actually goes to Harry Osborn's like house in the big tower that he owns and says, hey, I'm Spider-Man. I can't give you my blood because it might make you evil or some shit. And then, so then they fight, and then, yeah, so that basically ends their relationship there. And then throughout the rest of the movie is like more like Peter, not being Spider-Man, finding his father's old suitcase and like he's trying to like get closure from that part of his life where his father left him as a child, which you don't even give a fuck about in the movie, by the way. Like, it's so like irrelevant to the storyline that you're just like, okay, cool, he knows his father was an asshole, whatever. And as that's happening, there's like this weird subplot of Harry Osborn getting overthrown at Oscorp, and then eventually he actually gets like 100% overthrown, and he goes down to where they're holding Electrode, and he's like, hey, Electrode, I know you want to kill Spider-Man, I do too, help me do it. And Electrode's like, you want to be my friend? And then he gets him out, and then yeah, he gets him out by shocking him with a taser. He goes in, and Harry Osborn literally shocks him once with a taser, electrifying him, and this for some reason gives him the ability to get out of the like the straps and the holdings that he's in. But when they're down there and they're torturing him, the entire time they're zapping him with electricity. Why is it that the taser zapping was enough to get him out, but that all the other like zappings and like things they were doing like to test on him wasn't? It's not explained, and it's fucking weird, and it's stupid as fuck. It just seems like a rushed movie. Like, they're like, oh, I guess the first one did okay, I guess we'll make another one. And then finally, like, Harry Osborn and Electro get out, and they take the tower back, and for some reason, halfway through the movie, like, Harry takes the dude down to the basement where they secretly were keeping the spiders that he needed. I just triggered that for no fucking reason. And he's like, oh, the spiders are here. Inject me with their venom. It's going to save my life. And it doesn't, of course, because that's just the way it works. And that's why Spider-Man didn't want to give him his blood and blah, blah, blah. But instead of, killing him, I guess it goes to kill him. It's not explained again. Like, he goes under the floor and starts convulsing and having like these weird fits and shit, and it's not going well for Harry Osborn. And then he just starts to crawl on the ground, and for some reason the same place where they have the spiders is where they have like the suits, and he goes and just crawls into the Green Goblin suit, and the Green Goblin suit, I guess, has like healing technology, and it just starts to heal him so he doesn't die, but at the same time he's like fucked up. And then while this is happening, Electrode's having a fight with Spider-Man, and they kill him by giving him too much electricity, and it's this whole like weird, like fucking Spider-Man and Gwen fight the same fight, and they do well, and oh my. And by the way, there's like the stupidest fight scene ever where they are hitting like electricity poles, and the itsy bitsy spider plays in dubstep, and you think that it's just for the audience, but it's not, because Spider-Man acknowledges that they're playing Itsy Bitsy Spider, and you're like, what the fuck? And then finally, like, they kill Electro literally by shocking him too much. And, like, it's like they overcharge the battery. Like, that was their plan. And once it overcharges, he just evaporates. Even though throughout the boss fight, you realize Electro is basically matter now. He's not a physical being. He can actually just move around as electricity. So I don't know why he couldn't just, like, go into electricity and move away. Movie logic, whatever. And then finally the Green Goblin comes. And the Green Goblin's all like, oh, I'm evil now, let's fight this out, huzzah, and then they fight, and then he steals Gwen, they go to a clock tower for some fucking reason, I guess, movie logic again, and Gwen starts falling, Spider-Man fights the Green Goblin, Gwen falls some more because fucking this dude's spider web is for some reason super weak in the scene, even though for the rest of the movie it's like super strong and it breaks just by touching something, and she starts falling through the clock tower, and Spider-Man goes down and he grabs her, but he grabs her too late, spoiler alert, and she dies. At this point in the movie, you do not give a fuck about Gwen. I was like, okay, she's dead, cool, whatever. And it goes to like 6 months forward. Like, oh, fast forward 6 months, blah, blah, blah. And it's coming up to the coolest part of the movie. Six months forward, and everyone's like, oh, where's Spider-Man? He's not doing anything. It's obviously because Peter Parker's depressed and shit, and he doesn't want to fight anymore, and blah, blah, blah. And then, literally, as he's sitting there being depressed, he's not, like, doing anything. There's a fucking guy in a big rhino suit running around killing people in the city. He doesn't give a shit about that. But what he does give a shit about is he pulls out like a USB drive that has Gwen's like graduation speech on it, and he plugs it into a laptop, watches it, and he's like, this is fucking amazing. This shit's so inspiring that I'm going to become Spider-Man again. And he does, and he just happens to do it in time. Like, he didn't even care about the rhino, by the way. He just did it because of the speech. He finally goes and like there's this kid that goes in front of this rhino, and it's this big cool fucking mechanical rhino, and like there's like this weird thing going on. I'm not gonna get into details about that because there's some stupid shit that happens in that scene. Like, why the fuck are the people just standing around watching a fight between a big rhino and cops shooting? Obviously you shouldn't be standing there, and some stupid bitch lets her kid fucking run out. Either way, the kid runs out, he's dressed as Spider-Man. And then you have the whole cliche, like, Spider-Man rocks up and it's like, oh, you know, it's happened in Iron Man, it's happened in Spider-Man. It happens all the time where there's, like, some kid with, like, an Iron Man mask on. He's like, I'm gonna save the day as a superhero. And then the actual superhero, that's basically what happens. And then he goes to do the coolest fight scene in the entire movie, but it cuts. Literally, Spider-Man is about to fight the coolest enemy you've seen in the entire movie. Is this big rhino fucking mechanical guy. And he charges at him, obviously implying that he's going to win because he's just come back basically from like an early retirement as Spider-Man. And as he's flying through the air to fight the rhino, it just cuts. And it's just like, this could have been the coolest point in the movie. The only thing that I actually really wanted to see, not to mention people probably only came to watch this movie to see the rhino, like people who were fans of the comic books and of Spider-Man, and it cuts. And it's just like, what? The movie was shit. Like, if you go and watch it, just try and, like, have a laugh or whatever, like, fine. But don't watch it as a serious movie, because it was horrible. Sorry, guys, this fucking thing went on way too long. I'm not even in the beach anymore. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. See you later, guys. Come to your senses, Papa.